Hello everybody, I'm kindly Keyin and welcome to my Let's Play of Mega Man X2. Let's do this. Gotta love this intro, right? Bam, right off the motorbike. What's up? So, a minor adjustment to the Mega Man X formula here. Now we actually get to start with our dash, so we can make some speedy headway that we couldn't make in the first in the series, which is nice. The dash is definitely one of my favorite features over the original Mega Mans. Grabbing ladders. Oh my god! Really? It is... Okay. Pro, right here. Hold up on D-pad. Requires many years of experience. Alright. We're at our first boss. And we've seen some glimpses of who it might be. Yes, the giant robot that was being built in this factory. Well, that was stupid. So when he's off the screen, you can't really hit him. But he should come to us. Or not. We can make some pretty quick work of him here. Now, admittedly, it has been a long time since I've played Mega Man X2. Mega Man X, I'd played in more recent memory. Mega Man X2, I don't think I've played in probably at least 4 or 5 years. I like to go back to them every once in a while, but haven't gotten back to this one as recently as I'd like to. So Surgis is speaking here. This is their leader. His name is Mega Man X. Violin. Those who underestimated him are now nothing but scrap and agile. We won't make the same mistake. He's powerful, but he's blind to what is happening around him. Our Mavericks will keep him busy until we are ready. Not a lot of differentiation between their voices. Yes. How is the plan proceeding? Collection is proceeding as scheduled. However, we're having problems with the control chip. What are they collecting? We have little time. We must finish construction on schedule. We must hurry. Alright. Write it down, guys, so you can play this seed. Stupid. Alright. Same deal as Mega Man X. This is probably 10-year-old Keyin's methodology for defeating the bosses. And hopefully I can remember the path. But, yeah, this is what works for me. This is how I do it. If you have a better way, no judgment. Because, you know, again, this is just the way that I did it when I was growing up. And old habits die hard, I suppose. Now, admittedly, I'm feeling a little finicky with the controller here. I don't think I'm quite as quite as comfortable with. Oh no! That wasn't supposed to happen. By the way, I didn't say anything, but there's a heart container over here, hidden. And heart containers, as you may have learned in the previous episode, increase your maximum health. And we do want to collect them all. Because again, just like in the first game, there is a secret that we can gain access to a very cool Easter egg. So, forward to that. I don't know why I didn't go this way the first time. I think I kind of brain farted. This is the way I always go. But for whatever reason, did not compute. My brain is... Oh, I should have grabbed that health. Fill my energy tank there with that. My brain is not functioning at maximum potential here. So the weather mechanic in this level is interesting, and I do not understand it. So there's orbs that you can destroy that I believe change the weather patterns for each kind of subsequent section. I don't know how they work. I know that certain weather patterns affect enemies in different ways. A little disappointing. I wish I had full health here so that I could fill my energy tank instead of filling my health gauge by like 2. But anyways, there are like enemies within the level that are affected by the weather. My controller doesn't feel like it's working properly, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm not trying to make excuses here, but something feels funky. I don't know if it's just the way I'm holding it. Maybe I just need to do some stretches. My pre-game stretching. Weird. Let's just fight the boss. This guy's a sponge, I think. Or a cucumber? I don't. Actually, I don't even know the name of this boss. Doesn't show what I know. Some expert I am. I'm not touting to be an expert at these games, by the way. I hope I'm not giving the wrong impression that I'm some kind of savant of Mega Man X, because I'm not. I'm just someone who grew up playing it and loved it and still do. So I want to play some more. But what is this guy called? What is he? I know, like, most of the... I gotta be honest with you. I feel like I'm fighting... Like, there's some kind of gravitational force pushing me to the right of the screen. And it's really quite irritating. Alright, second phase, so he's invincible while he's charging up like that. He'll shoot lightning. I'm never quite sure where that lightning's gonna hit, but we made it out just fine. I should have I shouldn't have skipped through his cool little intro. We could have gotten his name. Stupid. Hopefully we can get his name on the boss selection screen. But I won't skip this. Hands off the controller. Strike chain. An almost completely useless weapon. It has some usage, but wire sponge. Yeah, he's a sponge of all things. It's super weird. He kind of looks like a cucumber if I gotta be honest with you though. All right, Morph Moth. Let's not touch the controller. Don't go. Okay, just let him get his intro. That's the least we can do before we pummel him. Morph Moth. Say that 10 times fast. Morph Moth. Morph Moth. I could say it twice. Alright. So this is kind of cool. These levels are so novel. But anyways, we can... I'm not gonna play the controller, but I do feel like something's not working the way it should. But on this level, in those sections where you... Oh, I literally stopped. Are you on? Okay. Controller, work with me. Please. I don't even... Okay. Something's not right. I think I might have to pause this recording here because it is severely impacting my ability to progress. Not just my ability to play, but to move. It won't. It's like a wall's right there. No. There. You got that extra life. It's worth it. So you know what? I'm gonna beat this guy. I'm gonna pause the recording. Troubleshoot. We're gonna do some troubleshooting. Because, I feel like something ain't right. And I don't like it. We actually got him. So obviously you want to defeat the pink little dragonfly here before he can get back into the robot. Because he will just keep doing it. And this robot is only vulnerable in his midsection. There we go. Okay. I've changed controllers. Hopefully that helps, because I would prefer that when I press a direction that he moves in that direction. I mean, I hope that's not too much to ask. It did feel a little weird right there. Felt a little clunky. So I don't know if I already talked about it. I may have. But in these areas where you see the stuff kind of floating around, the gravity is being impacted. So you can see now we're being pushed. So our jump is restricted. Is there anything over here? It's a perfect example of me forgetting. My memory failing me. That's okay. Sometimes it's more fun to rediscover. Alright. But we've definitely gotten down the going up and down ladders. So pretty sure nothing's gonna stop us now. Got this. Go away. So these little buggers, if they jump on me, they'll force me to spam basically different functions of Mega Man. So in that case, my Mega Buster. But he can do other things too. He can make me dash and jump continuously. Kind of cool. Neat little enemy there. Alright, we're gonna fight one of these pink ones again. Gotta get comfortable again. Let's try to get him as he jumps. Almost didn't work because the gravity, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the gravity was being pushed down. I thought I was not going to be able to jump high enough to hit him as he jumped out of the body of that deteriorating robot. Okay, so now we're jumping and shooting. Jumping and shooting. As you do. Okay, so the timing on this is a little tricky. You want to get under so that you can shoot through the bottom blast. And then as long as you stay on the ground, the top blast won't hit you. So you can actually shoot through those cannonballs that enemy fires. My nose itched. Okay. Morph Moth. Morph Moth. Morph Moth. So this is cool. This is a really interesting boss. He has two separate phases here. He starts out in cocoon mode, which is interesting, and then he'll eventually break out of his cocoon and become a beautiful butterfly. Didn't mean to hit the bumper there. Oh, this is fun. Oh, come on. That's the way. That's how you do it. Okay, so he's gonna go up. The ceiling is gonna break, and then he'll come down Now, he's not too hard in this form. However, if I recall... Oh, jeez. If he actually comes in physical contact with you, he does way more damage than any of his attacks. So, I'm gonna avoid coming into contact with him. I'm less worried about the actual attacks, his little rainbow beam and his sprinkly dust. Not too worried about those, but if you actually come into contact, you impact him, the damage sustained is a lot more than those attacks. If I remember correctly. That's how I always kind of internalized it, so I don't know. Silk Shot, it's a decent weapon that has some utility. Alright, back to the Maverick Hunters. I see now why Sigma fell at the hands of Mega Man X, because he defeated 2 of our bosses. He's quite formidable. I'm not sure our Mavericks can hold him long enough. We may have to intervene. And intervene they will. We get to say hello to Dr. Keyin. Dr. Keyin, what happened? A group of Mavericks calling themselves the X-Hunters have just contacted us. Greetings. We have all of Zero's parts. They can be yours if you can defeat us. Dropping the gauntlet. We look forward to meeting you, X. That was them coming in on the intercoms. X, Zero's control chip is still stored here. I doubt it is possible to resurrect him without it. Dr. Keyin, I've got to get Zero's parts back. At any cost. I like to think that that's actually how they talk. They have to pause between, like, computing their next sentences. Okay. So, if possible, we do want to fight these Mavericks. And you can see their little symbols on the screen there. So we've got one at the desert base, we've got one in the deep sea base, and we've got one up at the volcanic zone with Mr. Flame Stag. What a stag he is. Problem is, they're not where we want to go next. And it's kind of random. I know I had a methodology in getting them, because you do want to defeat them before you defeat all of the standard bosses. And I had some kind of methodology, but I forget it. So let's just hope that we run into them. Wheel Gator. I was going to call him Axle Gator. That would have been incorrect. He is Wheel Gator. Okay. So we're actually on a giant alligator tank. Just another day as Mega Man X. You know. Just another day. There's something very important up there, but we can't get it quite yet. So these platforms are kind of cool. If you jump on them, they switch directions. And there's some puzzles later in the game. I think there's some on this level too, that require you to use some thought. We don't actually need those health containers. Alright, this is fun. So, you can hold and actually charge up this, and you'll have this little drill-like action here. And if you let go, you'll do this lunge attack. But also, in addition to that, you can't move when you're doing this. You're stagnant. But you can dash. So you You can just kind of run into enemies while you're charging up and just kill them. And you can also float. If you jump and hold, you'll float. So there's your mech suit tutorial for the day, in case you ever need one in a time of crisis. So as you can guess, that platform we are standing on will go up and down, as opposed to left and right. So if I press it again, we'll go down. Press it again, we'll go up. Not a lot of thought required in figuring that out. If we continue up that path, that'll take us to where we would fight those Mavericks if they were on this level. Each level has a dedicated boss space for fighting those guys, but they will not open unless the bosses are actually on the level. So, he's not here, or none of them are here, so. There's actually a health right here behind this thing, but because we don't need it, you don't actually hear any sound when I pick it up. And this is where you'd exit from that boss room I was talking about earlier. So let's get this over with. Same methodology here. As long as you get up to a green charge and you stay on the ground, you can blast through the cannonball that guy shoots at you. So that is my method. So you can see we're at the front of the tank. The alligator's face. Here's his eye. Of course, he's got thorns coming out of his cheek, like alligators do. I mean, I know anatomy. Alright. We'll try to get this guy in a stun lock here. But we may not be able to. We kind of try to bait him out. Nope. So you can get him stuck in that. But it's kind of tricky. The timing is kind of hard. So. Missed it again. It's okay if we don't. We have plenty of ammunition on this weapon. And we kind of want to just... Oh. There we go. Oh, we got 2 in. That's not bad. But you do want to stay a little bit low on the wall. You don't want to stay too low because you'll get grabbed, but you want to stay low enough that you bait him out, because he'll just, if you stay up in the corner, he'll just continue to shoot saw blades. And he has 2 kind of saw blade attacks where he shoots one straight up, which is kind of hard to get around. And you want to avoid that one as much as possible, because it is kind of tricky to... Oh. Ooh, I thought I was going to do this. So that's another function of this weapon. Oop. Wasn't paying close enough attention. It can actually grab onto walls, and the charged version, which we'll get later, can pull you across greater distances, I guess. It's just kind of a bigger version of that claw. It's kind of a long, drawn-out fight, huh? I forget how methodical you have to be with this particular boss. There we go. Alright. We did it. That's 3 bosses down. Bow, 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 bow. Cha-ching. This is an actual cool weapon that... This is kind of like... Spin wheel. It's kind of like the tornado weapon from Mega Man X. It actually chews through enemies really nicely and has some practical uses, as opposed to some of the lesser weapons that find very little utility outside of their boss's weaknesses. So I'll tell you what, guys. We're going to call it there, but we will continue. In our next episode, we'll make our way to the next boss. I think it's this guy. but sometimes my memory doesn't serve me as well as I thought it did. But until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed that episode, and we'll see you around.